time for Carter and Noma to go.
They've been plotting against me. With our business.
Tariq, you'll have to take out Carter.
I'm tired of those motherfuckers thinking they can stand against me.
What you gonna do now, Tariq?
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 2 Ghost, and this one right here is the episode 9 recap, Married to the Game. That was the title of this one. Had to throw it up in there for this one because this was one hell of an episode, people. And I'm sure everyone who's seen it, agrees with me. Man, it's just crazy. We didn't expect what happened at the end of this. But hey, for those of y'all that's been rocking with me for a while, you already know what it is. Go through the episodes, talk about all the most important parts, do it in my own comedic and ways, and also I may throw a couple of future predictions or clues and stuff like that I have, and for the newer people, yeah, that's what I do. And so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So we start the thing off, and of course it was Noma and Kane. It's like they were getting fitted for their wedding outfits and stuff. And as you can see here in the photo, Kane was a little bit concerned that Monet may not be showing up to his wedding. So you see him texting her to try and figure out, hey man, it's your little glad coming. But next, we get to the family at the table. They're playing dominoes. We got Drew, Auntie Janet, and of course Monet. And that's when Monet got the text message of Kane asking her, is she coming? And she was like, this little glad nigga wanted me to go to that little fake ass wedding. And pretty much Janet was like, hey, look, I hope y'all are glad it is going. That's the only reason why I came down here. Regardless of how y'all may feel, that's your ugly ass son and your ugly ass brother. And Drew was like, man, don't come over with that blood thicker than water BS. But anyway, next we go ahead and get to they're now at the school. We got your boys, of course. We got Effie, Tariq, and Diana at the schoolhouse. And as we can see on the screen, your girl Effie has received her acceptance letter from Stanfield University. I think I added a T that wasn't in there, so I had to say it over. Check y'all glad up. But anyways, she got her acceptance letter. You know what I'm saying? And also, they little glad professor, Jerry Springer, was talking about their little written exam that they have. And while they was doing the written exam, Diana was just out of it. You feel me? Like, the glad professor was like, look, telling her to put her, he told Effie to put her phone away, my bad. But either way, it's like Diana just couldn't focus no more, so much that she didn't even write her name on the paper. She just put it down and walked out of the classroom. So she's really going through it. But next, you got Braden. He laying up in Tariq's bed with his damn shoes on in his bed, listening to Effie booty ass music. And Tariq walks in like, bang, I know your little ugly ass ain't here laying in my bed with your shoes on in my bed, ugly ass nigga. And then And then Braden was like, God damn, little lad, nigga, why you such a dick? And Tariq was like, why you such a simp, little lad, nigga? Damn, that little hoochie ain't coming back. Then he was like, I mean, then Braden was like, how you know, man? I mean, she could have been my soulmate. He was like, has she called to text your little lad back? I thought so, man. I'm telling you, she a distraction. She ugly as hell, bro. Leave her alone. God dang. But in the midst of that little discussion, an even uglier specimen of a person has given Tariq a call. And it was none other than Hood Lad Detective Don Goddard. His Hood Lad was calling him, talking about he got some little young niggas that's supposed to be at some park in Staten Island. And he was like, he little Hood Lad to go check it out. And Tariq was like, don't you got other ugly ass cops that can deal with that? And he was like, yeah, but ugly ass cops that look like us scared them little young niggas away. Little ugly ass niggas with the what he say, the dares and the them and dares shit, skinny jeans wearing that niggas would fit right on in. That shit was funny as hell to me. I don't know about y'all. But anyways, and of course he let it be known to Tariq that he basically didn't have a choice. So next we go ahead and get to your boy Jew. He going to make some little pickups from his little ugly ass niggas that he had, you know, that he been working with through Carter. And they little ugly ass were trying to crack a few jokes. And basically Drew got tired of the bullshit and he was like, what y'all little ugly ass talking about? And then he was like, he was like, we talking about Tariq, ugly ass nigga. We was wondering why, were you the number two or is it Tariq? Cause ugly ass Carter sent him out to Staten Island. And basically Drew was like, God dang. So he already looking to replace my little ugly ass. But anyway, next we get the introduction to Noma little ugly ass brother, looking like Timon from Lion King with a shaved head. And I don't know, I look glad. It's like every time I see him, I just see him saying bye. Look glad, nigga. I don't know if he Scrooge from the Christmas Carol or he Noma brother. But anyway, look glad was like, so marriage again now. So why do you feel the so need to have fall in love with your help? And then Noma's like, I know your little ugly ass ain't talking. Have I ever said anything about any of the little ugly ass hoes you've been dealing with? And he was like, I didn't marry any of them. But anyways, why they had their little exchange, Noma was like, come on, little ugly ass nigga. Just support me. God dang. Got time for all the little ugly ass shit. Anyways, next, in walks Monet and Drew and Diana. And basically, he like Chain was relieved, but at the same time, it's like he wasn't expecting Drew and Diana. But of course, he didn't have no choice. But next, we get to the dinner scene. And as we knew when we seen this in the preview, we knew it was going to be some kind of drama going on. So basically, they was just doing things to pretty much embarrass Kane. And me personally, I think their plan was probably to try to get them to call the wedding off. But unfortunately, it didn't work. But anyways, though, they kept on kicking up Kane under the table. And the little lad, dude, I don't know his name, something with a CH and it's a W in there. I think it ends with a U, whatever, glad nigga. But anyway, and pretty much Noma was getting exposed too, though, because when Kane was saying he was happy, he's proud of the work, or something about Noma's work. The little lad, dude, was like, he was like, so your organization, I guess she didn't tell you that this is a family enterprise. And pretty much, Anya was sitting there just scoping the scenery. She like, hold on, little lad, nigga, what's really going on? Cause it's like each and every episode as of late, she's slowly but surely figuring out what's really going on, right? Anyways, next, Kane decides to talk to Monet in the back, and he's just like, man, why your little ugly ass gotta act like you gotta embarrass me all the time, man? God dang, I just wanted you to be here for me, but I'm happy that you're here. And pretty much, Monet finally showed her respect to Kane. It was like, you actually a good ugly ass nigga, man. I ain't gonna not lie to you. Then he was like, hold on, what'd you say? Hold on, you don't never say that. Let me hear that again. She like, all right, ugly ass nigga. I'm happy to have you and stuff like that, but are you sure you want to be with this little ugly ass nigga? And Kane thought about it. You could tell how hesitant he was. He was like, not really, man. I think it can work out. But anyways, he said, all right, yeah, Noma's the one. And pretty much that's what happened there. Then next, Monet walks out of the room, and there goes glad Noma. Every time I see Noma now, y'all, because y'all know the reason why I feel this way. It just made me want to punch her through this goddamn laptop. But anyways, she talking to ugly ass Noma, and Noma basically trying to being all faking crap, talking about some Monet, I just want us to get along. I mean, we're gonna, regardless of what happened, we're gonna be family. And Monet was like, I don't want to be part of your little ugly ass family, but little I ain't got a choice, little ugly ass nigga. Damn. She like, but you look, it is something your little ugly ass can do. And Noma basically was like, what's that? She like, I need money, ugly ass nigga, and a lot of it. And she thought of her little quick finesse. Fortunately, I don't have some kind of cash or something like that laying around, but I do have access to product. So with that being said, there is some new shipment that I have at Staten Island. You can go there. What's left of that is all yours. So basically, she's sending this nigga, she's sending Monet to the same spot that ugly ass Don Carter sending Tariq. So I knew the moment I seen all that, I was like, yeah, that's a setup. But anyways, next we get to the bachelor's party. So basically, Kane and his cousins, along with Drew and Diana, are turning up for Kane's bachelor's party, and that's when we get the introduction to your boy Little Dirt. His character name is, I don't know, y'all know me, but for those who've been following me for a while, I don't know that nigga name yet. But wherever they look like right now, your name Lil Dirt, get glad, nigga, because I don't know your name on the show. But anyways, he's one of Kane's and them cousins from their mama's side and the son of Auntie Janet. So with that being said, they also said they have a big criminal enterprise going on down south. He said they're the biggest drug dealers that nigga said in the world, but obviously he had to be exaggerating. But I think that's giving us a little bit of an idea of where they are going next. So keep that in mind. Anyways, next we get to Drew and Diana, and they were having a conversation. And basically Drew was kind of just checking on her, asking her, is she alright? And pretty much Diana was like, man, I can't even focus because when I'm at school, I'm thinking about, what happened with the baby stuff, and then when I'm on the streets, I'm thinking about school. Like my little laugh messed up. Drew was like, it's alright, glad nigga. I'm gonna hold you down. But guess what? Some school up in Paris was showing interest in me, so I might go and do that. There's another Easter egg letting y'all know where they may be headed. Potentially the London spinoff that everybody's been talking about. But anyways, next we get to Drew and Diana again, and this is because they decided they wanted to check up on their mom and see what she was up to, and just to find out, she wasn't answering, and they called their Auntie Janet, and Auntie Janet pretty much told her that I ain't heard from my little lad, but she said something about going to Staten Island, and excuse me. And then after that, keep in mind, Effie showed up, and Effie is talking about, they switched her drop, and that ugly ass Vane supposed to be going to Staten Island. So she's like, hold on. Why is that ugly ass nigga who is a known enemy of Monet going to Staten Island, and Noma sent Monet to Staten Island? So she's like, hold on. And then that's when Drew put it together, like, hold on. Carter looked glad sent Tariq to Staten Island. And they knew right then that something was terribly wrong. So they decided to head out. And Effie asked Kane, could they talk for a minute? Cause she want to know his name. And they went ahead and hooked up. So, of course, the scene that we were seeing up in the trailer, of course, turned out to be none other than Kane, not Tariq. And my boy got it in one last time before his marriage. But he wasn't the only one getting it in, because Noma was getting freaky in them sheets with your boy Davis McLean. I'm talking about she was slapping that nigga and everything. I don't know what kind of crap they was into. But anyways, next we go ahead and get to Kane and Effie again. And pretty much Effie was like, man, the glad nigga, I'm tired of being in this game, man. I gotta get him out of here. Like, what can your little glad do for me? And he like, man, I'm majority owner of both of the business and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still Noma's company. I mean, I can talk to her, but I can't guarantee you. Like, you in the game, the glad nigga. And of course, Effie didn't like that. Anyways, next, we go ahead and get to Staten Island. They at the little spot where they were set up at. Monet shows up, Tariq shows up. And they are approached by none other than the ugly ass Russian dude, Vane. And he is ugly as hell. He was happy. He was like, good, I've been waiting for this. I win. But nope, you lose, ugly nigga, because Drew and Diana comes out of nowhere and turns up on your little ugly ass. They both pop him and be like, and popped both of them and laid their little ugly ass out. And then that's when Monet was like, how y'all little ugly ass know we was here? And then basically they explained that, they found out that his little ugly ass was gonna be in Staten Island, so they put two and two together. And they was like, so basically we tried to turn Noma and Carter against each other, and now they look glad working together to take us out. Well, ain't that a beat? So basically, Monet came up with a good plan, was like, well, if they think we dead, then let's just be dead. So they faked like they were dead, and Tariq came up with the plan to blow up the car with the ugly ass Russian dudes up in it to make it look like that was none other than Monet and Tariq. So next we go ahead and get to Tariq and Davis. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something here. Right here, I think is one of the most revealing Easter eggs there, but I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is up in this video. But it is something very revealing that happened in this particular part here. You gotta pay attention to the words that Tariq was saying. But anyways though, Tariq was pissed off because of, it's like he always, every time he feel like he getting somewhere, something is a setback, and it's the same little glad people always in his way. So basically Davis was telling him, hey man, calm your little glad down so you can think, and we can come up with a plan on how we gonna deal with these little glad niggas. But next, we go ahead and get to Detective Don Carter, Little Glad, and Nico. I'm still curious to know what is up with Nico, Little Glad, because he still ain't made a move yet. But I'm pretty sure he gonna do something in this finale. But I guess we just gotta wait. Anyways though, they approached by Noma, and she's like, what happened? My fiance had gotten a call about his mother's deceased. And Carter was looking at her like, Who your little ugly ass talking to? I don't work for you, ugly ass nigga. But get out my face with that bullshit. Look, basically the Russians overdid their job and they set the car on fire with them in it. So we pretty much can't identify and prove that they're deceased until the forensics come in. And she was like, you better, or we're all effed. He was like, I don't control forensics, little lad, nigga. But let's just hope that that's what it is, lad, nigga. But anyway, next, we go ahead and we get to Monet. And of course, she is talking to her kids in what looks like to be a motel. So that basically they were laying low. So she's basically telling them that she needs them, because she's planning on going in to say, a plan to take them out, ultimately save Kane, but she's giving them a choice, which I think was a good idea that she decided to give them a choice instead of trying to force them like she's been doing for 3 seasons, right? And I think, of course, with Drew hearing that, he was like, dang, she's actually trying to be better now. So that's what ultimately made both of them, Drew and Diana, decide that they're going to roll with her. So next, we go ahead and get to they arriving to meet up with Tariq and Davis, and now they're discussing the plan. So basically the plan was, Tariq said, we're going to have to catch that little lad be slipping at their wedding. And Monet was cool with it, but she was just like, look, I don't want Kane nowhere near when we capture that little lad lady. But he was like, how you know Kane little lad ain't working with her? And Monet basically was like, because I know my son. He ugly as hell, but he ain't ugly enough to go against me, which is the Jew. But I think that's something else that y'all should take heed to what Tariq is saying. But anyways, though, they discussing it, and that's when David delivered one of the funniest lines of the show. Just shoot the little lad bee before she come down the aisle. But that wasn't, obviously they're not going to be able to do that because they're checking out the guns at the wedding, making sure you ain't got nothing. And they basically came up with the conclusion that the only way that they're going to be able to get her is at the reception. So that ended up being the plan to get Noma. And they pretty much said, Tariq, your little lad going to have to handle Carter. So get Braden and Effie together because you're going to need them. Next, we go ahead and get to Tariq meeting up with none other than Braden and Effie. And pretty much he was like, look, I ain't want to get y'all little glad niggas involved, but basically we at a war where it's we gotta take out ugly Noma and Carter. And pretty much Braden was down because he helped him down with L. But Effie was like, okay, so why am I helping here, ugly nigga? This ain't got nothing to do with me, and why would I want to help you? So pretty much he was like, look, that Bashandra B got a big old mouth. Her booty ain't the only thing big. That mouth is too. And if she go to snitching and telling everybody that you trying to leave to go to California, the word can get out, and you know how hard it's gonna make it for you. No one might decide to cancel Christmas on you. So ultimately she was like, all right, little lad nigga. But also, y'all noticed that they were kind of going back and forth. Tariq and Effie was almost as if they both still had feelings for each other. But, they just can't get past what has happened. Keep that in mind. But next, we go ahead and get to Davis McLean. Davis, basically, he was trying to give Noma some documents to sign. In my opinion, I think those documents probably was something he was trying to get her to sign without even reading, that was going to transfer over some of her, or if not all of her assets, to him probably, if something was to happen to her. That's what I'm thinking his little lad was up to. But she smartly did not sign anything without looking and rushed on out. But anyways, Later, right, well, that very moment, they also heard that, Vane wasn't answering, so they were starting to have some concerns. Davis had to move quickly because he knew if they found out that Vane was dead, then more than likely Tariq and Monet were alive. So that's when he came up with the plan. Hey, little lad, nigga, Noma told me take your little lads and let's go look for that little lad Russian dude. What's his name? Vane. And he was like, oh, let me go check with her then. No, little lad. Remember what happened to Obi, right? You want to end up like him, little lad, nigga? He had to think about it. He was like, yeah, she poked the shit out of him. All right, little lad, nigga, I'm going with you. So next, he go ahead and roll with him. They go to a deep place, wherever the heck they at. Look like he took that nigga to the woods or something. Wherever he took that nigga, I don't know. An abandoned place of nowhere. Similar to where Ghost took Lobos. And he pulled the scrap on him, but of course he got too close and the ugly ass nigga knocked the gun out of his hand and they had a tussle. So, in the midst of that tussle, Davis was able to get the upper hand and ultimately choke him out. But, weirdly enough, after he choked him out, Davis started getting very weird. You can tell even in the car that he was very nervous about this. So, the question is, what is it that's making Davis so nervous about taking a life? Because he's done it before. So that tells me that it's going to be something very, very traumatizing that has happened to him during the death of whoever that guy was that he killed and his brother took the rap for him. Because you seen how he was. He was panicking, dude. Like, look, he ran away from him. He was in shock. Look at his face. Like, the man was... Anyways, I hope they give us some closure before this show ends, letting us know what is the reason that Davis is panicking like this. But anyways, next, we go ahead and get to the wedding. And I'll say, this is probably the best Anya's been looking out since all season. I'm going to go ahead and give her that. And then you see, you got the little glad nigga in the background. I don't know why I'm missing him, but he did his head in the back, that's all. But anyways, they there at the wedding. And then, of course, they didn't even say no vow. They skipped through that. They probably knew that shit was booty as hell. But anyways, they pronounced them man and wife. They got married. Yada, yada, yada. That's the end of that. Next, we get to your girl, Effie and Braden. Of course, Effie used her taser to knock out the little glass security dude. And now she took over the software, which was part of their plan, so that Tariq can ultimately get in to take out Lil Glad Don Carter. So Lil Glad Don Carter went to his booth where he was coming to do his confession, letting God know he still doing God's work. And Tariq popped up on him like, you gotta do better than the Russians, Lil Glad, nigga. Yeah, what's up now? And then, of course, this is when my nigga Carter delivered the funniest line of the damn show, if you ask me. He was like, Tariq ain't Bachelor. He said, so you like going to apartments with drug dealers in the Bronx, right? Yeah, Zion, boy, he put a whooping on you boys that day, but you won the battle. That was so funny. When he was talking about he put a whooping on, he said, yeah, that nigga glad nigga gave y'all them hands that day. I mean, he threw y'all through a wall, through a window. That nigga wasn't playing with y'all glad niggas. But you ended up winning the glad nigga. But what I didn't tell you, little glass, is I got a tape of that glad nigga. And then that's when Tariq was a little nervous. He was like, hold on, glad nigga, what tape? Yeah, he was like, what tape, glad nigga? And then this man was so damn booty that he let this man catch him slipping, take the gun from him, and jack his ass down. And he was like, oh, glad nigga, really? In church? You know your little glad going to jail, going to hell now. I'm gonna take you to hell, I'm gonna take you to jail, and then you going to hell. Ugly ass nigga. I'm up in here doing God's work. You didn't know that? I'm doing God's work. That's why I was here. And then of course, right after that, Braden them seeing what was going on, so they were like, God damn, we gotta chase this little glad nigga. And now he got him in the car and he's driving out. He handcuffed him and now he's driving off with him to the car. Where he was getting ready to take his little lad, not exactly sure. He maybe was taking him to jail or maybe he was taking him somewhere to ultimately take him out. But keep in mind, he made a phone call to Noma and it was like, hey man, both of them little lad niggas still alive. And that's when Noma was like, dang, yep, plan B. So she tell her little lad brother, bah, hey lad nigga, if you see Monet, shoot to kill. Don't even ask no question. He was like, and what about Kane? I don't think the little lad nigga involved, but if I find out that he is, we will deal with him accordingly. He was like, so what is going on with this? And she like, and then when she was like, look, I don't need you chastising me, a glass nigga. I just need you to support me. Can you do that? Bah, all right, little glass nigga. So his little glass agreed. Next, we go ahead and get to Braden and Effie. And my boy Braden was the MVP of this thing because that nigga, if he wasn't somewhere getting as high as the kite as he was, he probably wouldn't have did what he did. But anyway, this glad nigga was in the car and rammed Carter's car and basically made it run into a truck and knocked his little ass out. Effie was concerned about what he did, but hey, he did what needed to be done. Anyway, next we get to Kane and Noma, and basically Noma was, but she ain't sugarcoated. She just went up to them and was like, I'm just gonna be 100% ugly. I mean, my bad, not ugly. She was ugly too, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, ugly ass nigga. I need you to choose me or Monet. And he's like, what? What are you talking about, ugly ass nigga? Come on, ugly ass nigga. You know how it is. You just made a vow. Did you not mean it? He was like, what are your little ass talking about? And then that's when she was like, look around. And they saw that he was gathering all of Kane's family members. You see, look that nigga in the background grabbing a little dirt. And they grabbing the rest of the cousins. Pretty much letting them know that he was indeed isolated. So they were trying to be very discreet about it. But unfortunately, your girl, Anya, was paying close attention to everything that was going on. And she's like, what the hell is going on here? That niggas just, they think they slick. But alright, I'm gonna show your little glass. Anya gonna do something next episode. Watch. Anyways, next we get to ugly ass Don Carter. He ugly as hell. Up in the little warehouse spot, where the fuck they got his little glass. But anyways, he was like, so I'm just gonna tell y'all little glass right now. If I don't show up after a certain amount of time, all them little glass officers that was under me gonna raise hell all up and down this city to try to find me. So what the F you gonna do now, Tariq? And Tariq had a tough decision to make. Next, we got the ugly ass niggas of Noma man was basically routing, getting Diana and Drew together. They was putting them in the car because they was probably taking them somewhere to ultimately take them out. But boop, boop, boop. None other than your girl Monet came, popped their little glass, and saved the day. And then she was trying to tell them to go leave. She's going to go in to try to help Kane. But they were like, no, Ma, you ugly, but you ain't that ugly. There's a lot of ugly ass niggas up in there. We going in with you. And she basically was, happy. She was happy to hear them say that they had her back. But at the same time, being a mother, she was afraid that, something could happen to them, which is normal. But next, we get to Kane. He's now tied up. And ugly ass Noma's giving him a whole little speech. And she's like, come on now. Monet is the one that's been messing up everything. Effing with our damn business. We should be flying high in the clouds or some ugly ass shit she was saying. But But anyway, she was trying to get that nigga prep talk, talking about all that bull crap like he was gonna listen to that. He was like, man, my mama don't hear me down when nobody else did, man. Her little glad going on with that stuff, man. With that fake ass nail long hairstyle. Bitch, you don't get up out my face with that bullshit. Came one out on her head. Anyways, Monet shows up. Of course, that Hail Mary's playing, man. She turning up. She don't kill about 5 niggas. And, she letting them know, I'm a killer and I'm ugly. Revenge is like the sweetest joy, and that's a getting. Well, hers ain't to getting. You know what the word was. But anyways, next, she go up. She catch this little ugly ass nigga slipping, looking like one of Selene brothers. And she tell him, where my son at, little ugly ass nigga. So his little ugly ass take her to the son, take her to where Kane's at. And of course, while she's getting ready to go in, she can hear Kane's voice outside of the door. Basically, Kane was delivering a nice monologue about how Monet was there for him when nobody else was. She was like, I don't care how ugly you trying to say she is. She was ugly for me. But you know what I'm saying? I'm ugly, she ugly, we all ugly. But at the end of the day, she's stopping ugly ass niggas from hurting kids. It's ugly ass niggas out here that hurt kids, ugly ass nigga. And he was like, F you. So after he said that, Bah was like, let's get this over with. And they was getting ready to shoot him. So of course, Monet bust in. She was like, nah, it ain't going down like that, little ugly ass nigga. So she was shooting, guns blazing. She took out a few more little ugly ass niggas. Noma retreated. But of course, she was heavily outmatched. It was a bunch of little ass niggas up in there like 007, and they were just spraying. And then that's when Monet heard Noma say, that ugly ass nigga chose you over me, so you can die with him. And she was gonna shoot him. And once Monet heard shoot him, she instantly had a flashback of playing Mortal Kombat back in the day. Finish him. And that's what she heard. And she's like, oh no. So she jumped into action. Boom, 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 boom. Spraying, busting. But of course, the saddest moment, arguably, in power history. Our girl Monet went out. She went out with, she went out like a G. She wasn't playing. But this ugly ass nigga Noma and her ugly ass brother sprayed our girl up. And it was one of the saddest scenes we ever seen in the Power universe. I probably was the saddest, to be honest with you. It was pretty bad. Shoot, I'm almost tearing up thinking about it right now. But yeah, they laid our girl out with our boy Kane tied up, to the chair, defenseless, telling her to wait. Like, it was a really good scene. I gotta say, y'all, it was a good scene, man. Telling her to wait. He wasn't ready for her to die, of course. And then in came Drew and Diana, of course, as well. And she looked at them one last time. My ugly ass niggas. I'm sorry. She was like, ugly ass niggas. He's like, Ma. They was all like, Ma. You know what I'm saying? It was I know I'm still making this a little humorous, but it was still, it was very sad, yeah. And they were like, ugly ass nigga. But that was the end of our, it's the end of our girl Monet, y'all. Couldn't believe it. R.I.P. to our girl Monet Tejada. She went out like how Ghost should have went out. but I think he's still alive. So I'm just saying, if that was to come out and to be the end of Ghost, Monet went out like a real G. Like, that's how they should have had Ghost saved. He could have came trying to save Tariq from the Italians, or he trying to save Tommy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Dying for his family. It could have been something like that than to have him just shoot him. Tariq just shoot him with one little booty ass shot at the end. But I'm pretty sure he ain't dead though, so not to worry, the glass niggas. But yeah, pretty much, you know, that's all I got for y'all little bad niggas as far as this particular video. So, you know what to do. If you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your glad friends. Until the next video, I'm out.